Shipment ruined Call of Duty.
You guys suck, man.
It's the smallest map in Call of Duty history. It's also the most controversial.
I've rage quitted out of like 7 lobbies in a row now.
Oh, the hit mark. Oh my God, dude.
Some fans love it. They say Shipment is pure chaos and constant gunfights. Everything that COD should be. But there's a third school of thought. One that suggests Shipments Legacy has actually ruined Call of Duty in ways fans would never concede.
I just want to have a fun time on COD, but put me in these fucking terrible ass lobbies. I don't deserve it.
Call of Duty's squared box of chaos debuted in 2007's Modern Warfare. That game had a giant contrast in map sizes. You had the likes of Block and Overgrown, but also Shipment. In terms of how small it was, no map could hold a candle to it. And even its more recent counterparts, like Rust or Nuketown, are vastly bigger than Shipment. So why did COD 4 feature such a tiny map? Well, they didn't mean to. Shipment's inclusion in Modern Warfare's multiplayer was a complete and utter mistake. You see, Shipment was created with the sole purpose of being a split screen only map. Back in 2007, split screen gaming was huge, and the fact that it was designed to only hold 2 people explains both the size and almost the symmetrical layout of Shipment. Because of that, Infinity Ward used Shipment as their map of choice for internal testing. To do so, they had to temporarily move it into a wider map pool. And when Modern Warfare hit the shelves in late 2007, the game's multiplayer lead realized they'd simply forgotten to take Shipment back out. The devs couldn't release an update removing the map like you could in modern gaming, so that was that. Had Infinity Ward remembered to check the maps one final time upon release, Shipment would have likely have ended up as the little split screen map from COD 4 that everyone would have forgotten about.
And what is that sound?
Maybe Shipment was a mess, but in its defense, you'd only play Shipment maybe once per gaming session. And when it would appear on the voting screen, the whole lobby would choose Shipment. If you got stomped on for an entire domination match,
Spawn dies, spawn dies, spawn dies, spawn dies, spawn dies!
it was only one lobby. But now, the map that played pretty rough back in 2007 feels even worse on the more recent CODs. Skill-based matchmaking has had its impact on Shipment too.
It's almost impossible to go on like a nice streak on this map, but you can still get a pretty nice KD if you do play it correctly.
The beauty of Shipment was trying desperately to get that airstrike, and if you were skilled enough to eventually get one, watch it decimate the enemy team who literally had nowhere to hide. But with SBMM, going on a kill streak is near impossible. Even getting a UAV nowadays feels like an accomplishment. So modern day Shipment almost has all the same problems you had in 2007, but amplified. After all, Shipment wasn't supposed to hold 12 people. It was designed for 2.
I'm just doing 24/7 Shipment.
Okay, so today we're playing Shipment.
I played hardcore Shipment, man. I'm telling you, bro, you get annoyed so fast.
Shipment 24/7 is back.
As I mentioned earlier, when Shipment was new, it felt exclusive. Players wouldn't see it in the map rotation that often. So when it came around, it felt special. But nowadays, it feels like every COD has Shipment 24/7, or will have it at some point. And that is negatively transformed the way every modern Call of Duty fan views Shipment.
Look at the spawns in this map. I just died behind that barrel. This mode makes you want to.
Now, Shipment is the go-to map to grind. Players will sit in Shipment 24/7 for hours with the lone reason of grinding. And if you're someone who likes grinding camos, you kind of feel obligated to play a Shipment 24/7 when it's available, even if you don't really want to. And on another point, Shipment doesn't teach you to be good at COD either. If you sit and play Shipment 24/7 all the time, you're not getting the true full multiplayer experience the way COD intended it to be. Sure, it gets your reactions on point, but that's about it. For example, in Shipment, there's no real punishment to losing a gunfight in a game of domination. If you die on the B flag, no worries. You'll probably respawn and be back there before the enemy team captures it anyway. Whereas the same thing happens on a big map, you'll probably lose the flag, but Shipment makes you rely on cheap tactics in order to be successful. Grenade spam, shooting through walls, spawn trapping people. That's what it takes to excel on Shipment.
Like, look at this shit, man. I can't even move for 3 seconds.
It means that the one beloved map has undeniably lost its identity. It was 10 to 15 minutes of pure, unfiltered chaos. It was a beautiful change of pace from your regular multiplayer. It was a map we got genuinely excited to play. Modern day Shipment is far removed from that. And its legacy is that a lot of fans now want that and only that. They love COD multiplayer to be full of ridiculously tiny maps just like Shipment. And what's that done is make a giant part of the player base believe this theory that there is a relationship between map size and how enjoyable they are. If it takes you more than 10 seconds to find an enemy, well then that map is terrible and the game sucks. Some of COD's most cherished maps are pretty vast, overgrown. World at War's Castle, even High Rise and Terminal. Their size has nothing to do with it. It's how the maps flow and feel that makes them great. But the developers are going to cater to the masses. So when the majority have this burning desire to play Shipment or to play Nuketown, you're going to get 24/7 modes. In my opinion, we're missing out on getting new, incredible maps as a result. And when it comes to the greatest experiences Call of Duty provides, none of them are down to map size. Slightly bigger maps will give you that room to breathe though. That extra time and space where map knowledge, gun skill, and tactics all result with you performing better. But because people worship Shipment back in the day, COD gave us the likes of Rust and Nuketown. They're absolutely iconic maps in the Call of Duty franchise, but they are maps that in many people's opinions play better in a 1v1 setting. When you chuck 12 slide canceling, drop shotting sweats on them, lots of COD fans think they're just a bit messy. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick of how many Nuketown variations we get every single year. And let's just be honest, we're already getting Shipment in Modern Warfare 3. It's been announced that Season 1 is going to be added, and it's also going to be coming with a 24/7 playlist. The worst part about this, in my opinion, is it's the same exact map as Modern Warfare 2. We're not even getting a reskin. But I must admit, if you're a super casual player, Shipment 24/7 may be fun for you. Whether you love it, hate it, or love to hate it, Shipment is here to stay. So for the map that should have never been, thanks for all the great memories. But it's time for Call of Duty to move on. Thanks for watching. Leave a like. Let me know what you think of Shipment. We'll see you in the next one.